process. What's the fuck going on? Oh shit. And so, alright, so today, so we're gonna be doing something a little different now. So I had got these candied grapes, right? I know y'all seen that shit on TikTok where they people done candied these grapes and tried them and all that shit and all these different flavors. Anyways, so I have finally found some. I was on Facebook Marketplace because I fucking stay on Facebook Marketplace. And so this lady was selling these trays, and I was like, oh, I got to get me some. I got to. And so I got 2 of these trays. I'm gonna try to show them to you. So I got 2. Oh shit! I almost dropped that over. Anyway, anyways, so I got the purple ones. These is cotton candy flavored, and these green ones is green apple flavored. And so, what I done did with that napkin? God damn it. Anyways, oh, here they are. Oh shit, that's not it. Fuck. Now I gotta find them napkins because my hand's gonna get all sticky. Fuck, I think I threw them away. Anyways, shit. Anyways, so this is episode fucking 4. We're gonna be reviewing these grapes, the little front first half, and then I'm gonna get into Brujería. So I did the poll on my story on Snapchat, and surprisingly, y'all voted. Y'all wanted episode 4 to be about witchcraft and brujeria and shit. So I was like, oh, okay. So I guess that's what the fuck it's gonna be. All right. So anyway, so let's go ahead hop into it. So I'm gonna try these cotton candy ones first. And so so the lady, she put this circle in here. I don't know what this is. It looked kind of good though, but I'm gonna try one of these cotton candy ones. See? Oh shit! I'll show y'all the fucked up one. Anyways, now one thing about me is I gotta smell all my food before I eat it, so we finna smell it. Yeah, it smell like cotton candy. It smell like those, what's the name? Those Dum Dum Pops, those blue ones. That's exactly what this shit smell like. Okay. Y'all hear that crunch? I hope. Man, my dumb ass left these out in my fucking car, and so they got a little melted. And then I put them in the damn freezer, and so now they all melted and fucked up, and but they still taste good. That hoe. Hold on, we gotta have another one. Oh. Hold the fuck up, bitch. God damn. That shit fucking good, ho. Alright. But I can't have too many of these because I can't do too much sweets because it should still fuck my stomach up. Alright. The next one we're gonna try is this green apple one. Y'all see? This one got more coating on it, so probably have more crunch. Hold on. Oh, that one's sweet as fuck. Damn. I'm gonna fuck around and break a tooth. Woo. That definitely green apple. God damn. That one's extra sweet. But that whole good though. I'm not sure what this circle is. I kind of wanna. Bitch. Alright. Well, I can't fucking bite it. I'm gonna let it thaw out. Watch, I'm gonna break a fucking tooth. But no, these hoes pretty damn good. Let me fix it. My big ass head in the way. There we go. Yeah, them hoes pretty damn good. I gotta get a drink. I give these a 10 out of 10. They got the coating in, like it's real sweet. So if you like real sweet shit, these are for you. I can't do a lot of sweetness, so I'm probably finna get these to the kids. The last thing they need is sugar. But nah, for real, these hoes pretty damn good. I give these 10 out of 10. So yeah, and let me show. I don't know if I show y'all this shit or what. Oh shit. But yeah, these are kind of what they look like, and they looked a lot prettier, but I fucked them up. Um, but yeah, so y'all check her out. I got these the Candied Cove on Facebook. She got a Facebook page and stuff. I'll try to link it and shit if I can figure out how to do that shit. But yeah, them hoes pretty good. I'll probably definitely be buying from her again. If I do though, she had different fruits too. I think you can get like strawberries and it was grapes, strawberries, pineapple rings. I think you can even request any type of fruit, and you don't even have to get them candied. You can. She does like a dark chocolate, white chocolate, milk chocolate, and all that shit. Can't believe I threw that fucking napkin away. Anyways, so yeah, definitely check them out. Them hoes were pretty damn good. I fucked with them. I want to start doing more food reviews and shit. This is why I got these. I seen them on TikTok. Oh shit. Excuse me. But yeah, so yeah, them hoes is pretty good, but damn, they sweet. Alright. So we're gonna jump into it. So today I want to talk about brujeria and my experiences with it, and you know, kind of the general basis of what it is, and you know, kind of the branches of it and things like that. So for those of y'all that don't know me, I'm very spiritual. You know, I kind of dwell in spirituality and you know, things like that. I'm very what's that word? Fuck, I can't ever. Y'all ever have that fucking problem where you're trying to think of a damn word and right when you need to say the damn word, you can't think of what it is, but you say it any other damn time. I'm very superstitious. There we go. Shit. I'm very, very superstitious. I definitely believe in like the don't split the pole, don't, you know, I don't like people looking at me, you know, evil eye, shit like that. And so, I believe in fucking La Llorona and La Chusa, because that shit's real. And so, anyways, so yeah. So those of y'all that don't know me, when I was born, not too long after I was born, both of my parents were incarcerated, taken to prison. It's all right, felon. But you know, I have a really, really good relationship with my birth mother now. I cannot say the same for my birth father, but that's his own fucking doing. So yeah, and so, yeah, you know, the funny thing is, 2 days after I was born, bro, I was born July 22nd, 2002. My dad was booked 2 days after I was born. He was booked on the 24th of July, bro, 2002. I was like, what the fuck? And then I believe my mom followed not too long behind that. I believe, I don't remember, but I know she wasn't too far behind them. And so, anyways, so I came into the care of my grandmother, my dad's mother, Adela. And Adela, she was a well-known bruja in our small town of Seguin. And so growing up, I witnessed a lot as far as like rituals and spell work and, you know, things that she would do. And this woman was very, very powerful. And I'm not saying like no Harry Potter shit, like, you know, snap of the fingers, you dead type shit. But like when it comes to like manifestation and, you know, doing things with your mind and kind of like controlling an outcome of something, she was very, very powerful when it came to that. Actually, my cousin told me a story of one of our family members. I'm not gonna say his name, but one of our family members was dating this woman, and my grandma did not want him with this woman. So she actually, like, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, hex or curse this woman so bad, or them so bad, that that family member actually had to go to my grandma and beg her to like please stop, which I believe she finally did. But you know, and it turned out that that woman was really, really no good. And so, I mean, it worked out. But like when she sensed something, she was always right. And I remember that growing up. And so, like I said, she was very, very well known. Growing up, people would always come to the house and they would ask her to do like spell work. Like if, you know, if they was having relationship problems, or like they wanted to lose weight, or they were having, they felt like someone gave them the evil eye, things like that. And she would do stuff. I remember she would do like, all the lights would be out and she would have candles and like the incense burning, and like, the house would smell that particular smell. I know some of y'all Hispanics know what I'm talking about when they cleanse the house, that particular incense smell and that little burning thing. I know y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. And so anyways, and I remember witnessing a lot of that. And some of it was really scary because like the lights would dead ass like start flickering and like get like that shit was crazy, bro. But like I said, very, very powerful. But I believe that she dwelled in the more darker parts of magic, like or witchcraft. She did a lot of like hexing and kind of like more hateful spells. She very, very was a much I don't give a fuck type woman. Like, she did not give a damn if you didn't like her. She didn't give a damn if you did like her. Like she she could be very, very rude and like carefree, like but I mean, she raised me well. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that she didn't, but prior to having me, when she had my birth father, she was very, very evil to him, like very, very evil. And she got so much into this brujeria shit that she actually physically harmed him on multiple occasions, for the sake of this, these ritualistic doings. And I'm not gonna get too much into that, just because, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. And so, like I said, growing up, I would see shit, witness shit, and the lights flickering, and she would always talk about like the devil, not like worshiping him, but like that he was here, that he was gonna come through the window, and like that shit scared me, bro. Like I was a little fucking kid, and she would always talk about La Llorona was gonna come get me if I didn't behave, and the fucking devil was gonna reach his black hand through the window. And what was scary is, as a little kid in my bedroom, so I had a bedroom, right? And so, but there was a door in that bedroom that led to a room, but my whole childhood, it was locked. She would never tell me what was in that room. She would never let me go in that room. She would never let me, like, she didn't even want nobody talking about that back room. It stayed locked my whole childhood. I never knew what the hell was in there. She never told me. But it was like an older house, so it had like those little, those little locks that go like that and you flip it down. So it had two of those. It had one of the doorknob locks, and then it had you had to open it with like an old key, like those skeleton looking keys. Anyways, so I never knew what the fuck was in there, but that room was scary. But I remember one time you could like push the door slightly and kind of see like within a crack that big, and it's just pitch black in there. And what scared the fuck out of me is one time when I was little, it was late at night, and I was being fucking nosy, and I opened that door, like, and you could only see a little crack like that, but I actually saw a fucking light in there, and nobody could get in there, and I was like, what the fuck? And I swear I done seen somebody in there, bro. I swear on everything, I done seen somebody in there. I ran to my grandma crying. She whooped my ass because I wasn't supposed to open the door. But yeah, bro, that shit was crazy. So yeah, very, very powerful woman. Definitely dwelled in the dark arts. And another experience I can think about is so she had this black dresser, right? So she had the kitchen table right here, and she would sit right here. Well, right here to the side of her, there was this black dresser. She kept all her mail and like miscellaneous stuff on there. Like the house phone was on there, nail file. She had a whip that she would whoop my ass with when I was being bad. Yeah. Anyways, so she had different drawers, and they were filled with like different like jewelry and shit. But on the bottom drawer, and it was always locked. I was not allowed to go in there like digging any of that shit. But being a little kid, when you tell a little kid not to do something, that make them want to fucking do it. So my fucking ass, I was a badass little kid. I didn't fucking listen, and she happened to leave that bottom drawer like cracked open one day, and so while she was sleeping, I snuck and I looked in that bottom drawer, and when I opened it, there was nothing but pictures. And some of these were people that I did recognize, but a lot of these pictures were people that I didn't recognize, and they all had like X's over their eyes, and like, some of the pictures were burned, and there were like little ropes and shit in there, like candle wax with rope tied to it, or like, like pins and shit. Like it creeped me the hell out as a child, seeing that. But I knew the type of stuff that she did, so I still, to this day, she never knew that I looked in that drawer. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that shit was pretty crazy. But like I said, she was very, very well known. And definitely believed in evil. And she had pictures of Jesus and stuff all over the house, but she still dwelled. And I know Christians believe that witchcraft and Christianity don't mix, but she had both, so she believed in both, and she practiced and preached both. So fuck y'all. And so yeah, but anyways, so she started, I had witnessed stuff throughout my years of growing up, but it probably started when I was about 8, that she kind of started teaching me things slowly. And kind of that's when she finally let me sit into some of the rituals she would do when people came over, and like when they get the egg and rub it over your body, and it's supposed to take all the evil out when you get ojo and things like that. And so, and those of y'all that Hispanic, Mexican, backgrounds, y'all know ojo when they rub the egg and shit. That is a part of witchcraft. Some people say it's not, but bitch, it is. I'm not saying it's a bad part, but I'm saying it is a part of it. Shit. And so, anyways, so basically, so yeah, she has kind of taught me some things like that. And so my grandma Adela, she ended up passing away when I was 9 years old. And ironically, she passed away on Halloween morning of 2011. Yeah, Halloween morning. She ended up passing away in the hospital. They said from cardiac arrest. Her heart finally gave out. And so yeah, it was definitely trauma. It was a pretty traumatic part of my life, kind of, and that's when I moved up here with my stepmom. God bless her. And I've been with her ever since. It's been over 12 years now that I've been down here, and I love it. And so, anyways, to get back into brujeria, I kind of developed a practice for it as well. Like, I kept a lot of the things that my grandma taught me, and I still utilize it. But I kind of learned like different things from, and some of these things I learned from a couple other people that, older generational people that practice it. And some of these things I kind of learned myself, because when you do brujeria and any type of witchcraft or anything like that, you can kind of develop your own practice. It don't matter how you practice it, as long as you know what the hell you're doing. And so, yeah, so I kind of, I've been practicing, I wouldn't say concurrently, but I have been practicing probably like somewhat consistently now, very consistently within the last at least 8 years. But and so I have different deities that I kind of work with, and deities they're kind of like gods or higher powers that like Christians have God and they believe in the devil, and I don't know, Jehovah's Witness and things like that, and like they kind of have someone that they pray to and believe in and things like that. Deities are kind of the same thing. They're gods and higher powers of different religions. There are Egyptian deities, there's Haitian voodoo deities, New Orleans voodoo deities, there's deities for all different types of practices. And there's Santa Muerte, in the Mexican Hispanic culture. Some people believe that she's evil. Some people believe that she's, like a saint, and I can't tell you what to believe, but, and so I work with a few of these deities. I dwell in a lot of brujeria practices, but I also dwell in different roots of when it comes to voodoo. There's some voodoo practices that I partake in, and And so a lot of people say that voodoo is a closed practice, you know, and that it's to be practiced by only and predominantly African Americans, and you know that is true. Voodoo is very much so a closed practice. It's kind of one of those things that you got. It's not something that you can step in and be like, "Hey, I want to do this," or it's not like that at all. You got to be, and it's not like an initiated practice, but you got to be like kind of invited or like taught into that. You cannot just walk into it expecting anything, or hell no. And so there was this my grandmother, there was this African American woman that used to come to our house all the time, or I say all the time, every so often, but I vividly remember her face. I had no idea what her name was, but she would always come, and she wore like a head wrap. It was maroon most of the time, or she would wear like a light baby blue one, and she would wear like a garment. I don't know how to explain it, but like a robe garment type thing. It looked like it was like a satin curtain, but it was like a fancy garment robe thing. And she had like jewelry on and things like that, like seashells and things like that. And so, it gives you kind of the voodoo, what's it called, like portrayal type thing. And so and she would always come to the house, and they would do like practices together. And so, and like I said, rituals and things like that, where you turn out the lights and they got candles and incense going, and the lights would flicker. Like I vividly remember looking in on that. And so this woman, I'm assuming, because my grandma did also dwell in some parts of the voodoo, I could tell by the things that she had in those drawers. But so there's two types of magic. There is white magic, and I'm saying this for my practice and the practice that I'm familiar with. I don't know about witchcraft and what all y'all other people do, but I'm saying there's white magic and black magic for what I'm familiar with. And black magic, of course, is, the darker, more evil, spiteful, hateful part of magic. And white magic is the more, you're doing it for good, to help people, blah, 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 all that shit. And so, me personally, most of the stuff I do is white magic, but that does not go to say that I am very, very familiar with black magic as well. I don't like to do it, of course, just because that saying that what goes, or what you put out comes back to you tenfold, that is very, very accurate. Anytime that I do like a hex or like a reversal, any type of spell that I do, love spell, anything, any energy that I put into it comes back to me. But especially when I do the revenge, any type of revenge or hex or any type of thing like that, that's not necessarily good. I'll get massive migraines. My chest will hurt really bad. I'll start getting like a bad cough, and that energy comes back to me. And so any spell that I do, I face the consequences of it. But that's part of what that's part of what you basically sign up for. And so, like I said, I got a lot of spell books, and I'm familiar with a bunch of spells. I know how to do hexes, reversal spells, love spells. A lot of y'all have come to me in the past for love spells. I know how to, like when you make someone fall in love with you, or people that are already in love, keep them together. Love binding spells, breakup spells, get back at my ex spells. I mean, I know how. There's a lot that I know and am familiar with how to do. I've got handwritten spell books that I've acquired. I'm very, very knowledgeable, I believe, in what I know how to practice. As far as deities and higher powers that I work with go, I know a lot of y'all have asked me in the past about Santa Muerte, Santísima Muerte, and I'm going to say that when it comes to Santa Muerte, from what I've heard and what I've experienced so far, is you have to give, she is not one of the deities that you can mix with other deities. Like when you are devoted to Santa Muerte, you have to be a full devotee to her and her only. Like all your energy, all your things that you pray for, and offerings and blessings that you expect or that you want, you have to get through Santa Muerte. Like you pray and give your all to her. You know, she is mother to a lot of devotees, and so you cannot mix her with other deities. So I've come across Santa Muerte twice in the crossroads, and I'm gonna get into the crossroads in a minute. But Santa Muerte I've come across twice in my dreams at the crossroads. One time she came as an animal. She comes as an owl a lot of the times, but there are different animals that she will come as. But when she came to me, she was a white owl. And I know a lot of y'all are like, yeah, you never seen that shit. Or y'all think it's a bunch of bullshit. Bitch, fuck you, ho, because I know what I seen, ho. And and like I said, a lot of y'all think it's mumbo jumbo shit, but you know, there are some of y'all that believe in this shit because it is real. I mean, it's very, very real. And if you could see it with your own eyes and experience it, you know that a lot of these people ain't to be fucked with. And so, like I said, she's come to me one time as an owl, and another time she came as a beautiful woman. I've never seen her in her typical skeletal figure, you know, with the cloak and the scythe and the globe, as she's portrayed. You know, I've never seen her in her Grim Reaper skeletal type figure at all. And I don't believe she comes like that most of the time. I believe that's more of like the devotee statuettes and things like that. And so, but I've never worked with her one-on-one. I have I don't know if that's the right word, but kind of like inquired, you know, because, and I'm not going to explain all that. It's a lot to explain, but I have inquired to her about it, but I could not come to an agreement. And so I've never worked with her one-on-one or as a deity. But I do very, very much respect her, as anybody should, because she is not to be fucked with. And I say that so sincerely. But as far as me and my practice goes, the deities that I've worked with personally, I've worked with a lot of Egyptian deities. I have like little statuettes and things like that. And so just to name some of the Egyptian deities, you know, you have, and I wrote them down just so I can make sure that I do not like mispronounce or like, you know, say anything wrong. So you have oh damn, hell, this is the wrong page. Anyways, so you have Sobek, you have Bastet, Isis, Ra, Hathor, Horus, the Eye of Horus. Y'all are familiar with the Eye of Horus and the Eye of Ra. Anubis, and these are all creature-like deities. You know, they have the bodies of humans, but the faces of like alligators, cats, owl, like falcons, and you know, different creatures like that. Amun. And so, when it comes to deities, any type of deity that you work with, you have to give offerings. You have to come with a lot of respect, and you know, come in knowing not to expect anything. You know, you ask politely, give offerings, you know, kind of make yourself very, very open to them, and know that not everything you ask for or necessarily manifest is going to come to you, because they're not like a Zoltar, like a genie in a bottle. Like, you can't, that's not how that shit works. So I've worked with Egyptian deities. I've also, on the voodoo route, I don't know. So most of y'all have probably heard the names Marie Laveau and Papa Legba, and that's probably due to the popular franchise American Horror Story. And I can't remember what season it was, but the Coven, very, very good season. That's probably my favorite season out of all the American Horror Stories. Freak Show was pretty good. And so I think Murder House was the worst one. That shit was ass. But so American Horror Story in the Coven season, they portrayed Papa Legba as a kind of like a evil soul-taking deity. He wore the top hat and smoked the cigars and did coke, and you know, with the walking stick and things like that. Very, very wrong portrayal of Papa Legba. Marie Laveau, I mean, they kind of portrayed her as far as like fashion-wise. Angela Bassett killed that role. She did very, very good as Marie Laveau. The Voodoo Queen, I actually have a tattoo of Marie Laveau. I don't know if you can really see it. I can't bend my fucking arm like that, um, but yeah. So when it came to American Horror Story portraying Papa Legba, they did not portray him as he is at all. In reality, Papa Legba is he's dressed as a beggar in like raggedy, kind of like homeless clothes. He is very, very skinny and frail. Um, did not have dreads, did not have, jewelry and things like that. Now, he does indulge in rum and uh, he loves like coins, like change, anything shiny, and tobacco, moonshine, things like that. But when it came to how they portrayed him in the media, it was very, very wrong. And there was a case, I can't remember, but it was this white girl. She was dating an African American girl, so a lesbian couple, and she wanted to get revenge on her girlfriend. I don't know if they broke up or she wanted her back. I don't know what the fuck. But this Caucasian woman decided that she wanted to pick up voodoo, like it was a fucking, like it was just something that you can pick out of the basket and start doing. And she started doing like the magic where you take people's hair, and she tried to make like a little voodoo doll and blah blah blah. Well, she ended up she posted these frantic messages on Facebook that saying she's been seeing Papa Legba and that he's gonna kill her. Well, a few days later, like a week later, she was found in the bathtub dead. I don't remember if she had drowned or committed suicide or what it was, but she kept saying that she's seeing Papa Legba, and a man in a top hat and things like that. And the reason that she's saying she's seen Papa Legba is because American Horror Story, that's how they portrayed him. So she believed that the deity that she was seeing was Papa, when in reality, who she's actually talking about is infamous deity known as Baron Samedi, and there are different ways to pronounce his name. But he is who American Horror Story portrayed, with the top hat and the cigar and the cane and the cloak and or like the suit and the trench coat and things like that. Baron Samedi is a trickster, and he kind of likes to sexualize things, and very provocative and very, very evil and deceiving. That is who that Caucasian girl, that had to be who she saw, because Papa Legba, he is, like I said, the skinny, frail, humble old man. He is the gatekeeper to the crossroads, and if you want to get to any deity, you got to go through Papa Legba at the crossroads. You got to give him an offering, and he chooses whether or not he sends you to the place where you need to go. And I know a lot of y'all think this is probably bullshit, but I'm telling you what the fuck it is. And yeah, so yeah, and so that's who that girl saw. Baron Samedi. I've come across Baron Samedi one time within the crossroads, and most of them come as animals. But and Baron Samedi, you got to be very, very careful when you're making a deal with him, because there will always be a catch. There will always be he is not someone you want to strike a deal with or ask anything for, but he is the keeper of the underworld in voodoo. Papa Legba is the gatekeeper of the crossroads and the underworld, but Baron Samedi is the ruler of the underworld. And so, along with Mama Brigitte, which if y'all look her up, I'll get to her another time. She's kind of her own thing. But like I said, deities that I've worked with one-on-one, Papa Legba, Marie Laveau, Mama and Brigitte. These are people that I've seen in the crossroads. And when I say seen in the crossroads, I'm not saying I go to a four-way stop and I sit. No, I'm saying the crossroads is something that I come to within my dreams. I gotta really, really manifest where I want to go and what I want to do, and I'll end up in the crossroads in my dreams. And the crossroads in reality feels like 5 minutes, but really you've been sleeping and dreaming for about like 7 to 8 hours. And time goes fast in that, in the, on the other side. And so that's kind of the experience that I've had. I'll go into more experiences and stuff like that in the crossroads, but this was kind of just a generic what I practiced, what I've experienced. But like I said, my Abuelita, she was a well-known bruja. She taught me a lot about brujería and, witchcraft and things like that. I haven't heavily been doing a lot of spells and stuff within the last few months, but I am still very active with my deities and, making sure that they're not forgotten and things like that, because anytime you pick up something like that, you really gotta know that that's something you want to do, because it's not something you can just turn your back on, because there will be consequences. But yeah, so I just kind of want to talk about that. This was kind of like different videos, more like an experience-based video, but and I tried these damn grapes and they was pretty damn good, but like I said, really sweet for me. I'm finna give these to the children. But yeah, so it's a lot that I still want to do. This is episode motherfucking 4, and so look, I got a whole list, all these pinpoints. These are all episodes that I have planned and that I'm wanting to do, and like I said, eventually within the next 2 or 3 videos I want to start having guests, because I'm sure y'all don't want to see my ass all the time, just me talking and shit. And so there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, and food reviews, challenges, music reviews. I want to give advice and Q&As and things like that. I want to have like a co-host and kind of get different points of views and perspective on things. And like I said, I have a lot planned. It's a lot of fucking shit coming, so y'all stay tuned the fuck in. And like I said, we just gonna chill, we gonna vibe. I don't expect this to turn into nothing huge. It's just kind of something I do for fun, because like I said, I always got a lot to fucking say, ho, and I tell you like it fucking is. I do not give a damn. And so yeah, so like I said, it's a lot coming. It's a lot that I'm planning. It's a lot that I still kind of am trying to learn how to do as far as editing and things like that. I had some stickers made of my logo, the motherfucking doghouse, ho. And so I want to give some stickers away and things like that. I don't know what the fuck I did with them, but I'm gonna find them. But yeah, it's a lot I want to do. It's a lot I got planned. And so we finna get into that shit. And another thing is, I want to try to keep these videos within like 35 to like 40, no longer than 45 minutes, because nobody gonna sit on YouTube for like an hour and just listen to me talk. So I'm kind of trying to balance out. I know my last video was like almost an hour, but it's because I had a lot to say, bitch. And so I kind of want to balance out and find like a good time frame in which I want to do these little podcast episode type shits. Like I said, I want to get a better microphone. I'm already looked at a few that I want, and so I want to get at least 2, so when I have co-hosts, we both got one and things like that. So it's a lot of things coming. It's a lot of stuff I'm gonna do. And so like I said, y'all just tune the fuck in. Stay, definitely more shit coming, a lot of more entertaining shit. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it on that note. I still got shit to do. I'm sure y'all got shit to do. And so like I said, just stay tuned the fuck in. We finna get into some cool shit on here. Like, subscribe, all that other shit them YouTubers say. But yeah, like I said, just fuck with me, I'ma fuck with you. This could be a cool little click, little click thing we got going on. But yeah, like I said, stay tuned. I've said that 3 times, but that means fucking do it, bitch. And like I said, like, subscribe, share my shit, all that, any little thing helps. I support a lot of y'all, so I like some of y'all to support me. Hell, ain't shit free. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it on that note. Y'all have a good night, panocha pelos, and and we